Sit your phone on the table. Way too camera happy today. Relax. Lifestyles of the young and the reckless. Breakfast in Dubai.
Welcome back to another Barber Bus Talk. I'm Cal the Barber, in the mobile barber bus, on our way to the gym. Trying to stay fit, trying to, look good for everybody out here. But let me tell y'all something. I have a very interesting subject today, and a lot of people are going to be upset. Actually, I think the women are going to be upset with me today. But I've been getting a lot of, I speak to a lot of women all the time. I deal with a lot of women all the time. And a lot of them get this perception of men, even myself, that men just, don't want to be married. They don't want to be in relationships. But I talk to a lot of men as well. And what I come up with through my research and talking with men and women, and what I get from, watching a lot of other platforms and ingesting what their opinions are as well, with other people they talk to, have to say. Men are a lot more simple than what you guys may think. A lot of women think that we just want a bunch of women and all those things, but in reality, a lot of times the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean when I say that. What I mean is, you're not giving men what they want, and that's why you don't have one, or why you can't keep one, or why this man that you want isn't committing. I'm just gonna touch on that one point. Now, what do I mean? Here's the thing. Look at the dating scene and the marriage game and the couples game as an open market, as a market. Okay? In any market, if the market is giving the consumers what they want, the consumer will buy. Can we agree on that? Absolutely. It's common sense. So the market right now, in the dating market, is, okay, are you giving the market, which is men in women's case, are you giving the market what they want in order to buy? And nowadays, a lot of times, a lot of you women are not. What can you give a man to make sure that he is getting the things he wants to decide, okay, this is worth it, I'm going to settle down and I'm going to come into this situation? Well, the first thing is, a lot of these modern women, they believe that their money entitles them to a relationship. They get these degrees and these very distinguished jobs and high-paying jobs, and believe that, oh, well, I can bring that to the table. I got money, so therefore I should be able to get a man. Well, first off, we don't have access to your money. That's number one. Number two, women are typically not all that great with money. How do I know that? I know a lot of women. I know a lot of women that are in high positions, and they aren't the best at saving money. They're just not. They like to spend money on things. They like to go on excessive trips. They like to buy clothing all the time. They like to go out. They like to do a lot of things, which is nothing wrong with that in and of itself. But that's not an asset for a man, is what I'm trying to come to. What's an asset other than her money? Is her femininity, her agreeableness, her inspirational qualities, her being fit, and her looking good, and her being able to bring that high level of peace. Now, how do you bring that level of peace to a man? That's probably the number one thing, peace. Any man, I tell you, any man that's a highly operating man, all the way down to just an average or a below average earner, they want and need their peace. The higher up the man is, the more he needs his peace. So, how do you give the man peace? Well, one, shut up. Stop talking. Stop nagging. I see this all the time. I'll be on here cutting hair, or I'll be doing other things, or I'll be hanging out with my guys, and they're getting these calls and texts with women just nagging them. Like, leave him alone. Leave him alone. If he's doing what he's supposed to do, why are we sitting here? Giving this man more stress? Because when you create that stress within the home, or not within the home, just within the relationship, because we didn't even get into the home yet. You guys aren't even married yet. You're not even having boyfriends. You're just trying to date. If you're high pressure and high stress in the dating phase, the man's not going to settle down with you. Now, A lot of times you guys mistake sexual experiences with the ability to get a man. Newsflash, women, you guys have an easy time having sex because most men will have sex with you. Most men will, because 30% of men aren't having sex at all. I think it's like 22% are the ones having most of the sex. So it's only a small percentage of men are out here really, engaging. But you guys can get sex around any corner. We know this. So it is what it is. But here's the thing. You can get guys that have sex with you, but can you have a guy to make you his wife? Can you have a guy to actually make you even his girlfriend? Well, what do you have to give this man? Now, you can't, I did say in the beginning, it's not just how to get one, how to keep one. A lot of times you guys are real sweet in the beginning because, we're real sweet in the beginning. We do a lot of stuff to try to win you over. And reality is you can't maintain that same level of romantic energy all throughout the relationship. It's unrealistic. You can still be romantic to a certain degree, but no one's going to be giving you flowers like every week and taking you on these romantic first dates and all that, a year down the line. It's just not how it works. Just the same way as you're not going to, do the same things as well. But one thing can remain the same with you women is your peace. Give your man some peace. I'm staying on this topic of peace so long because it's so important. One thing, the relationships that I actually committed to, looking back, the ones I stayed in and was happy in, I say, because I stayed in relationships longer than what I should have before, for other reasons. But the ones I was actually happy in were the ones where I was excited to come home, or not even to come home, to get around this woman. It was exciting to get around her. It was peaceful. It was all lighthearted. It was, she was happy to see me. Some of you don't even know how to smile when a man walks into the room. Never smile at your man. I've seen it firsthand. Like you walk and he walks into the room, or you're asking questions, where you been? What are you doing? Or you got some type of attitude because he didn't come when you wanted him to come. It's crazy. But peace is important. So let's get into some other things. Okay, are you catering to your man? A lot of you women go, I'm not catering to no man. He ain't my husband. Okay, you're right. You won't have one. But a lot of times, the man wants to see what he's getting himself into. What is he getting? Because that's like me saying, buy this new gaming system. Buy this new gaming system. Okay? But I'm not going to show you what it does. I'm not going to have no preview of it. I'm not going to have no show you what the screen looks like. I'm not going to show you what the games that come with it. I'm not going to show you anything until you buy it. Once you buy it, then you can see what's up. Once you open the box. That's a lot of y'all women's perspective is, well, once he marries me, then I'll cook, clean, and cater to him, and massages and bubble baths and all that stuff. Which, in reality, it's not true, because if you're going to do those things, if that's in your nature to do them, you're going to do them before he even marries you. Guys, pay attention to this. She's going to do it from the rip. She's going to bring you food to work. She's like, I have women that, if I'm hungry or something and I need something to eat, and you check to make sure I ate, and they're, making sure that I'm okay, because they know that I'm out here doing what I need to do to get this money, and they know that if I decide to choose them, I'm gonna need that high level of support because I'm a high level person, and how I operate out here. So you gotta make sure you take care of your man. A lot of you don't pay any attention. That's why a lot of you guys are gonna be, sexual partners. That's what you're gonna be. Because you're not investing any type of concern in this man, besides wanting to consume his resources and his time and energy. What are you putting back in? That's why when the question is asked, what do you have to bring to the table to make the man's life easier? A lot of women scoff at that, and a lot of them actually get angry. Because in reality, they don't have anything to offer. You can change that. Start looking at things in terms of, I'm in this relationship for him, not for myself. Because you really don't get in a relationship for you. You get in a relationship for the other person. Like me, right now, my life is fine. My life is great, actually. I love my life. It's happy, fun. I do what I want. I'm not, I can't complain about anything. If I'm going to bring a woman into my life at this point, she'd have to add something to my life. So just the same as if I get with a female, she shouldn't want to be with me unless there's something I add, which obviously I do. Or else I wouldn't have the options I have. If I didn't add to women's lives, they wouldn't want me, because I know that's just how y'all are. It is what it is. But And it's not just money. It's other things as well. But we'll get into that in another video, what men can do to get a woman. But I've talked about that a few times in a few videos, but we're talking about the women right now. So we covered the peace, the nagging, we covered the catering to the man. Another thing. Depending on what your religious status is and what your belief system is, if you're a virgin, of course, you're going to stay that way. If you're not a virgin, you have kids, and you're dating a man who's, again, he's not a virgin, sex is something that is need to be shown, improved, and, established. Because a man is not going to marry a woman or be with a woman that he feels like he will have a struggle sexual relationship with. So I'm just saying, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna go deep into that. I'm just gonna stay there. Because if you're in a relationship, this is part on how to keep a man. If you're not giving this man, sex, what really do you expect him to do? Men, are centered on sexual thoughts all day long. And if you just, give it to him when you feel like it, you think this man's gonna really stick around? He might stick around for a while, for a time, but eventually his intention's gonna be over here with the female that's gonna satisfy that need. And that's just the way it is. Women are the same way, believe it or not. Y'all the same way. So those are just a few tips on how to get and keep a man. I'm sure you guys are gonna disagree. I'm sure some of you women are going to say, but I'm doing all those things. And I guarantee you, if I know you, I can break down a few of these things that you're not doing. Understanding is one too. Let me give you that one. Understanding. Be agreeable and understanding. I see a lot of posts about women complaining about what a man's not doing. Oh, he doesn't text me back. He doesn't call me all day. Okay, listen, lady. I don't have time to be calling you and texting you all day. I'm doing things to improve my life, and if I choose to make you my wife or a significant other, to improve yours as well. I'm working on me, okay? Even if that's just me going to the gym, is working on me. It's my personal private time to work on me, to relieve stress, and to stay fit. I don't want to be calling you first thing in the morning, because guess what? I'm doing the gym. And guess what I'm doing right now? I'm doing a YouTube video. So I'm working and then working. I'm working all the time. I have a few businesses. I'm working all the time. If you can understand that, I'm going to tell you something. It's a trick, women. If you just be patient, supportive, cater to the man, care for his needs, if you do all those things, you don't have to worry about telling this man to come around. He's going to run to you because you're his peace. You're his sanctuary. As masculine as I am and as independent as I am, if I get a woman that caters and takes care of me like that, I run to her like, that's my security zone. That's like where I feel secure. Because all this high pressure outside in this world that I handle every day, when I get around her, she needs to be my peace. I need to be able to do that when I get around her. If I'm tensed up around her and I'm like, oh, what's she gonna say now? Oh, she gonna complain. Oh, I didn't call her all day. Oh no. That's the last thing I should be worried about. Is your reaction to me contacting you. I've had women like tell me, oh, you're always busy, so I don't call you. Well, text me, call me, something. Hey, I was just thinking about you, or send me a little heart emoji. Like that stuff gets a guy going throughout his day. We like that stuff too. And if you don't get that from, like I said, the higher level man you're dealing with, he's not going to spend a lot of attention on you when he's focusing on his purpose. And you should be concerned with his purpose too, because his purpose is going to benefit you down the line if you play your cards right. I just did a finessing video. You don't got to finesse. If you play your cards right, you'll get a good man that's going to do all those things you need him to do and want him to do and more. But you got to play your cards right. And you don't even have to be the baddest chick out here. Like, if I had to choose a chick that's like a 7, 8, that did all these things and did a straight up dime, that don't know how to cook, clean, don't got no type of personality or nothing like that, I'm going to choose the 7A every time. I deal with beautiful women all the time. And a lot of them I just push to the side because a lot of them don't. They lack that personality and ability to cater, the ability to, you know, actually be a woman for their man, because they're like, oh, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I don't have to do that. Well, okay, cool. That's gonna run out. There's so many old, beautiful women right now that are single, old and washed up, burnt out and used up, sitting over here, mad on Facebook, complaining about why they don't have a man. But they were once tens, they were once beautiful. Now they're like everybody else. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how beautiful you actually are if you don't have any other aspects to bring to the table, any other assets and qualities to bring to the table. I hear this all the time. Listen, I'm on Facebook. Listen, I stopped even like commenting. I'm to the point where I just say my hands up, because it's like the way these women comment and the way these women talk about men, it's a wonder why men don't want to deal with you. Like the way, that's another thing, women. Stop getting on social media complaining about men. That does not make a man want to be with you. I mean, if you look good enough, we might deal with you sexually. We might do that. Might, if you're a simp, might take you on 1 or 2 dates before he gets a chance to get in there. But he's not going to be with you. Not going to be with you long term. He'll keep losing men because of your attitude. The masculinity. We don't, be feminine. Now, I'm going to get into that video too about why a lot of women can't be feminine, aren't feminine. They're becoming more masculine. There's a reason for it. I get it. But I'm letting you women know now, stop. Stop. You're a female, woman, man. Be a woman. It's okay. Because the more feminine you are, the more you're going to attract masculinity. The more masculine you are, you're going to attract beta men, or you're going to attract nobody at all. We don't like masculine women. We don't. Not good men, not thorough men. You know, simps and losers and broke dudes and, you know, mama's boys. They like, you know, those strong, independent, masculine women. Men like me, we don't like it. We don't like that. You know, we want you to be submissive. We want you to be feminine, agreeable, reasonable. You know, we want you to, we don't want to argue with you. Like, I had a chick, man. It's like, on paper, this woman was like the perfect woman. She's very beautiful. She's sweet, all this kind, all that stuff. She has her money together. She has, you know, she owns her own home. She has all these things going for herself. But it's like every time I get around this woman and I speak, it's like she wants to disagree all the time. She just wants to argue. That's a turn off. That's a huge turn off. I don't want to argue with you. Honestly, I don't even want to debate with you. You don't even think in the same plane as I do. You're a woman, I'm a man. We're never going to agree on certain things. So stop arguing with me. Sometimes it's just good just to, like Kevin Samuels says, sex, sandwich, and silence. That's the simplest way I've seen it broken down. If you ask any man, I'm talking about any man, if sex, sandwich, and silence is the basic things men want, it is. They're going to agree 100%. Because it's like, oh, sometimes I'll be just wanting to tell her to shut up. Like, shut up. Because I'll be ready. Like, there was a time I'm like, no, I can be with this woman. I can really settle down with this woman. Like, she's dope. But it's like every time I turn around, it's like another argument over some dumb stuff. Like, over stuff don't even matter. Because she just likes to argue. I had a couple like that. They just like to argue for some reason. I don't understand it. It's, you know, I don't know if it's you know, their life experiences made them sour to certain situations, and they have a lot of triggers and all that, and that's just baggage that, you know, men don't want to deal with. Like, we want a woman that is just happy. Just be happy. What's wrong with being happy? I remember this one guy. So mind you, I deal exclusively with black women, and sometimes, you know, I mess with Spanish women because they're really black for real. But this story I'm gonna tell is funny. It just illustrates how men like happy women. My one friend, we talked a lot about you know, race dating, and he only messes with white women. He's a black man too, but he only messes with white women. I'm like, man, why you always messing with white women? Why don't you like black women? He's like, man, they're just happy. I'm like, what? It's like, white women are just happy. They're just happy just because. They're just happy to be there. They're happy you're around. They're just happy, man. They're just happy. I'm like, why are black women happy? He said, no, they're not happy. They're just mad for no reason. And I was like, you know, I'm defending my black women. That's not true. I got happy black women in my life and all that stuff, man. But like, I'm out here, and it's like, the more I get around, it's like, yeah. Some of y'all are, but some of y'all just like mean. Like, you're just mean, sarcastic, and argumentative, and that, men don't like that. Stop arguing and debating with men. Stop trying to be combative. Just relax. If you relax and just be feminine, men gonna come around and take care of everything. A man like me will come around, and he's gonna take care of everything. You don't gotta do nothing. You don't stress of nothing. I get that there's a lot on y'all's shoulders. I get that. I get that you guys have a lot to take care of. A lot of that's y'all fault. You gotta put yourselves in that position a lot of times. But I'm trying to get out of that position. Be feminine, friendly, submissive. Oh gosh, don't say submissive. I know there's women watching this right now. I'm not gonna be submissive to a man unless he proves to me that I can be submissive to him. Okay, look, bro. Let me tell you something. It's like saying I'm only gonna be humble when somebody's nice to me. You're either a humble person or you're not. You're either a submissive woman or you're not. Because if you're submissive, you're gonna draw that masculine, alpha, wonderful man that's gonna appreciate your submission and is gonna respect your submission and gonna treat you accordingly to that. And it's gonna make him humble himself as well. Submission is a very powerful stance. I don't know why women think it's a weak position. It's not a weak position. It's a powerful position. And it's a very needed and very, very essential, crucial position when dealing in a relationship. If you can be that for a man, the more high up and powerful this man is, the more you can do that, the more he's gonna be able to be powerful. Because he's able to have that backbone, somebody that's going to be there to support what he's doing and to submit to his headship. I mean, I know there's a lot of probably a lot of Muslims watching this, a lot of Christians and things of that nature. If you're any of those religions, you understand that that's the man's position, is the head. He's the spiritual head. He's the family head. He's supposed to lead you. He can't lead you if you're trying to lead. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. So if you disagree with me, then maybe you just don't believe in God. I don't know. No, but seriously though, I mean, it's how it works. I'm not saying you got to cower and crawl across broken glass to hand him a meal and all that. No, we ain't talking about that. I'm just saying submission only just means follow his lead. Listen to him. You know, and if he makes a decision, just follow that decision. If he makes a bad decision, guess what? He's the one that has to deal with the consequences of that because, you know, he's the head. It's his fault if it goes wrong. So he's going to make the decision. Your valued counsel, and we do care about your opinion, but at the same time, you know, we don't want to argue about it, and we don't want you fighting us on it, or definitely don't want you going against what we're trying to do. That's not being agreeable. That's being, you know, combative, and even the Bible says nothing worse than a contentious woman. It's nothing worse than that. That's why we don't want you. That's why we can deal with you for the hour it takes to have sex with you or less, and then we're done and we're cool. The hard pill to swallow, I know, ladies, but if you're the lady that has guys that won't deal with them exclusively and that won't commit and will have will engage in coitus on a regular basis with you and then leave, and that's probably one of these things I said is something you're doing or not doing. I guarantee it. 101%. I guarantee it. So just watch the video again, rewind it, play it back, rewind it again, play it back. And if I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Matter of fact, I know I'm right. So just listen. Trust me. I'm trying to help you. Let me help you. Help me to help you. Just listen for once, please. I gotta get in this gym, get this workout in. Try to get right before I get left, and then y'all, like and subscribe. And I thank you all for watching. I love all y'all. I'm very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. Share it with somebody. Share it with a friend, family member, mom, dad, sister, cousins, brothers, whatever, whoever. I think it's something y'all need to hit. Don't worry, this video's on here about the guys too. I'm just coming to you, but I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to That's it. We out. All right, y'all. Have a great day.
On the top, making soda we mixing. Now we're doing something totally different. Hold up now, let me give you the mission. Hold up now, let me give you the blueprint.